Mic check. Referee, mic check.
Well, football time is back in Texas, and no better way to kick off the 2024 season than with a rivalry. The 71st edition of the Border Battle, Deer Park, playing host tonight to the LaPorte Bulldogs. Welcome inside the broadcast booth, everybody. Mason Pratt here at Clyde Abshire Stadium. And joining me, not for the very first time, but for the first time here in 2024, Mr. Shane Creel. Welcome in.
Thank you, Mason. Appreciate it.
There we go.
Am I on?
There you go.
There
you
we
are
go.
on. Well, thank you so much for coming into the booth with us here. Deer Park coming off actually back-to-back 9-win season, something that Deer Park hasn't done in a long time. Coach Flynn entering his 7th season. What do you expect here in year number 7?
More of the same. A little bit tougher district, I would say.
That is certainly the biggest thing from the offseason, the realignment, no longer with the Pasadena schools in district play, going against a lot of the Clear Creek ISD schools as well as Dickinson. So like you said, a much tougher district as Deer Park makes their way out onto the field here, getting ready for kickoff.
I'm super stoked for the district change and the new teams and everything, and talking to Coach Flynn. I know he is as well. Anytime you can change it up and get a different look and more competition, I mean, that's always good for your team.
Yeah, as a former coach yourself, I would imagine, 9-win seasons are great, but when the competition may not be all that great, it's not really preparing you for what could be in the playoffs. So, how does that compare when you have a tougher district than you do certainly against the Pasadena schools?
I mean, you said it all right there. It's a little bit of you get lethargic, I think, seeing the same people and maybe it's going a little too smoothly during the district, and there's not a lot of adversity. So the opportunity to have some adversity during district, during your regular season, does nothing but strengthen you for the postseason, which is the goal, right? And I know that the first round of the postseason for the Deer is always killer.
Yeah.
And that would be killer for anybody.
Even with the realignment, it does still look like Deer Park will be matching up with an Atascocita / North Shore, but we've got a long way to go, 10 weeks until then. But we are getting ready for kickoff here. We'll throw it to the PA and get you ready for the national anthem.
The Texas flag by Cadet First Lieutenant Abigail Bach. And the right guard, Cadet First Sergeant Warren Wilson. And now, our national anthem.
And a jam-packed crowd here at Abshire Stadium. Always love this rivalry. Two communities very close to one another, get together once a year for an awesome football game. And looking at these 71st edition of the Border Battle, Deer Park now has won 3 in a row, and ever since kind of LaPorte has made that kind of bump down to 5A, Deer Park has kind of been in control of this series.
You know, it's so interesting to see that teams that have such a storied rivalry like Deer Park and LaPorte, how hard and just vicious the battles are and how evenly contested over time, I guess, it comes out being. So
overall, LaPorte still has the overall edge. 36 wins for the Bulldogs, 33 wins for the Deer, 1 tie. Came back in the late 40s, but like you said, especially over the last, before this, Deer Park has gone on this run that they have, 3 straight wins, most of them, almost all of them actually by double digits and large margins. But before that, this was such, like you said, a tightly contested rivalry. So many games of this series decided by 1 possession. It's really I think one of the tougher rivalries in the Houston area over the last 15, 20 years.
Yeah, and I think that type of passion that both sides have for playing hard and fighting at this type of level, it's interesting. You get that type of fight with every single contestant, every single player you play, or every single team you play. I mean, you're going to be very powerful, but it's always hard to get up for the next contestant if you don't have that type of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just how do you inspire them? That's important.
Captain's heading out to midfield, getting ready for the coin toss. And the Bulldogs coming off an 8-3 season last year, 7-1 district champs out of 5A Region 2 District 8. Kind of a mouthful.
LaPorte has won the toss. We'll defer to second half. Deer Park will receive.
Referee's mic is working.
A lot harder working than the AC in here.
So Deer Park going to be receiving, and expect to see the Deer Park offense out there first if everything goes according to plan. Kieselhorst going to be leading this offense. Sellout here on the home side. You know, even just 20 or 30 minutes ago, I was looking at the crowd and said, I know that this is a sellout on the home side. It wasn't looking that way, but it has been filled in nicely here right at kickoff. And going back deep for the Deer, Trey Martinez, number 2, and number 4, Andre Jackson.
And now it's time for the 71st edition of the Border Battle. Kicking off for the Bulldogs, number 39.
Oswaldo Lopez getting the ball teed up on the Bulldog 40, getting ready for kickoff here.
Back deep to receive for Deer Park, number 2, Trey Martinez.
Trey Martinez, a lot of speed. Expect to be a huge focal point of this Deer Park offense throughout the year. And Lopez waiting on the signal. And the 71st Border Battle underway. And it looks like it'll be Martinez from his own 4-yard line, straight ahead. Stutter steps and going to be brought down right at the 20-yard line. And LaPorte swarming and bringing down Martinez at the 20.
He had a gap, and I know what he was looking at, but it closed in a hurry.
So Kieselhorst back out, 3rd season on the varsity roster. Second season as a starter. Over 1,500 yards through the air last year, 18 touchdowns, was a first-team all-district selection. And now the senior captain leading the offense here on 1st down and 10. LaPorte brings a blitz, quick throw, slant route, going to be overthrown as he was looking for his intended target, Sebastian Saldana. But coming off the edge, Walling, the senior linebacker, forced Kieselhorst to kind of get rid of that one before he wanted to.
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to flatten off his route just a little bit to give him some space, and maybe Kieselhorst wasn't quite expecting that angle, but it was a little high.
2nd down and 10. Martinez in the backfield. Motion a man across. A little bit of a high snap, mishandled it there. Going to dump it off for Martinez, trying to break through of a tackle, unable to do so, and a good open field stop by the Bulldogs.
Was it Caden Robinson with the pursuit right there for the Bulldogs? Is that right?
Looks like 3rd down and 10 coming up. Deer Park, nothing doing on their first 2 plays. Looking at a 3rd down and long. And Deer Park right over there in front of the LaPorte student section. Ball on the far hash mark. Kieselhorst takes a drop, going to throw it off, dump it off for Zuniga out of the backfield, goes incomplete, and Deer Park goes 3 plays and out on their opening possession.
That's tough. Man, throwing it right out the gate. And I know you're wanting to start fast.
So Bulldogs going to be receiving this punt. Number 12, Tristan Oakes, junior defensive back deep. A good high punt. Sends Oakes all the way back to his own 25. Mishandles it, fields it on a hop, breaks through a tackle, and Oakes now with some green in front of him. Cuts back across the 40 and brought down from behind, but takes it into Deer Park territory. Good return by Oakes after mishandling that booming punt.
I don't know where the contain was on the right side of the field on that one. You know, the left gunner got down there really fast, and it was a huge high punt. Man, I thought we were really flipping the field on them, but.
So Bulldogs going to start this drive at the Deer Park 47-yard line. And LaPorte going to be heavy run attack throughout the course of the night. Barnes in motion, and they're going to throw it on 1st down. Up the seam and goes incomplete. Looking for the big sophomore tight end, Reynolds.
Slipped him right behind the linebackers. Nobody picked him up.
Reynolds' first-team All-District selection last year as a freshman. The intended target there, 2nd down and 10. And this 2-headed running attack for Barnes and Sandoff lined up in the backfield, and it'll be handoff to Barnes along the right side. Finds a little bit of a crease, not much there, as Barnes picks up about 3 on 2nd down.
Tackle made by number 40, Kenny Rambo from Deer Park.
Kenny Rambo, number 40, in on the stop for the Deer. That's just a good linebacker name.
No joke.
Rambo with the stop. 3rd down and 7 for LaPorte. Sandoff, the deep back. 3 wide receivers, tight, bunched, pump fake, and now Signs with a little bit of running room, takes it himself, takes a big hit from White. Stays on his feet, though, but bumped out of bounds well shy of the 1st down marker.
Forced out of bounds by number 7, Adam White.
About 4th down and 5. Kind of that no man's land part of the field where the offense staying out there, it looks like.
Yeah, both teams looking to want to air it out some. Oh, it looks like they're bringing the punt out now.
Bulldogs thought about it. And Deer Park trying to counter quickly. Martinez is going to be the deep man back, standing at his own 5. Walling, the linebacker, low snap, trying to get the punt away. Does so, and it'll be Martinez from his own 11 making the fair catch. And Deer Park going to be out for their
Number 2, Trey Martinez.
2nd drive. So both defenses able to rise to the occasion.
Deer Park will operate 1st down.
Yeah, you know, a lot of
Their own 12-yard
I have jitters up here watching, like a little bit. You know, it's you try and get settled in. I'd like to see them just establish some run, a little bit of your zone read stuff that I know Coach Flynn likes to do. So see what we go with here.
And with so many lost pieces on this offense, obviously new running backs, about 2 deep for Deer Park. Both running backs lost from a season ago. Your top 2 wide receivers from a season ago. How does that factor into your play calling here early on?
Hopefully not at all. I mean, I wouldn't change anything until the actions forced me to change them.
And then they go up the middle on first down, trying to go to that running game.
Number 31, Zachary Zuniga on the carry for Deer Park.
But it's very key. Like, I mean, you got to know your team. You got to know your players. You want to put them in a position to succeed. So, you know, if you're missing some of that experience and maybe some of those more in-depth plays you might be calling, maybe you're trying to simplify a little bit, to put it nicely.
Pickup of 2 there on first down. Kieselhorst sends Martinez in motion.
Oh, slipped him
Going
out.
to slip him out of the backfield. Martinez trying to get to the corner and gets up to about the 25, and the game's first down comes via a Trey Martinez reception.
Really nice. They showed zone. It looked like he was about to kick out the end there, and then he just slipped right out. Good job by him kind of selling the block, give him that little bit of leverage he needs.
Martinez, the speedster, second team all-district from the running back spot last year. First down and 10 for Deer Park at their own 27.
Oh,
Little wheel route out of the backfield intended for Saldana. That one flies into the Deer Park bench.
I'm gonna try and keep my oohs and ahs out of your call. But I mean, he had a guy, but he also had some pressure in his face. So make that adjustment and move on to the next play.
Kieselhorst missing there, brings up second down and 10. Kieselhorst takes a deep drop, slings it, looking deep downfield, and just overthrown. Pass intended there for number 9, LaShawn Panucco, the junior.
Man, when you talk about a touch pass, that was a beautiful throw. But you know what? We're not going to take anything away from that DB right there that stayed with him, poked a hand in at the end. Like, nice play by him.
Kieselhorst nearly dropped it in the bucket for Panucco. And once again, Deer Park looking at a third down and long.
Oh, we got a little
Wildcat here.
looking.
Now Kieselhorst, the man in motion, lined up in the slot. Now he motions into the backfield. Little razzle-dazzle here on third down and long. Screenplay set up and with running room. And here goes Deer Park crossing midfield. One man to beat, cuts it back inside the 30, inside the 20, and going to be dragged down at the Bulldog 12. Wyatt Lay, the senior running back. Lots of running room, and Deer Park knocking on the door.
I love the way Coach Flynn and offensive coordinator dressed that up. Simple screenplay, but they got the eye candy with the quarterback coming in motion. And great job right there. Who was that, 21? Jaden Contreras, is that who that was? Man, great job by him just avoiding the initial rush, getting the pass off.
Kieselhorst, this play going to be blow dead early.
I'm going to apologize if I mispronounce any names. Send all your comments to Mason.
No. We'll set up a Shane Creel DPISD email that you can reach out to.
Ball start. Offense, number 76. That's a 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
So Deer Park going to be backing up 5. Deer Park converts on the long third down. Have it in the red zone of LaPorte, 1st and 15 from the 18-yard line. Kieselhorst fakes the give, looking downfield, goes end zone, pass just off the hands of Talon Setall, and a late flag going to be thrown in the end zone.
Move along. Come on, move along.
He was tied up with the defensive back and a little shove at the end of the play, and it looked like defensive back in coverage. I mean, Setall was having to go up there with just one hand.
I'm a little surprised it wasn't something called.
After the play, dead ball, personal foul, defense number 7. That's half the distance. Result of the play, first down.
Malik King Miller matched up one-on-one in the end zone with Setall.
Yeah, you have some, tough hand fighting going on. It looked like the ball's in the air, and he's pinned one arm down. You'd like to see the original call, but you don't get it, and then a little extracurricular.
Yeah, he had won the play and then gave it right back. First and goal for Deer Park at the 9. Keep it on the ground. Zuniga up the middle, nothing there.
Handoff goes to Zachary
Some
Zuniga.
more pushing and shoving in typical border battle fashion.
Loss of one on the play. Brings up
Oh, we
second
don't
down
want to see
and
this. Zuniga went down to a knee.
Coming up with a limp at the tail end of that one.
This is something that it's so easy to say, but it's hard to get through a high schooler's head, about staying cool, staying calm, especially through a passionate rivalry like they have. But, I mean, right here, an example, we've gotten we already got unsportsmanlike on them. We walk away, we take the penalty. We don't want to add to it and potentially offset it, do we? So it's
So as they look at Zuniga, Deer Park going to have a second and goal from the 10.
you gotta control your emotions, not let them control you.
How often did that work on kids?
It's all dependent on the kid, ultimately.
Mixed results.
You got some kids run hot, and other kids are able to flip it off, He kind of, the way he was pulled down and the kid slid in under his legs like that, even up in the NFL, they're talking about that new rule change and coming up under their legs like that. That looked like might have been what.
Here you get the replay of the big play by Deer Park earlier this drive on the big third down. Second and goal. Read option look. Keeper by Kieselhorst. Goes upfield, lost the football, took a big hit right at the 5. And the Bulldogs
Fumble on the play.
force the
Result
game.
on the play. First down to
turnover.
Porte.
Kieselhorst took a big shot at the 5. Bulldogs able to jump on the loose ball.
Yeah, some positive on that play is he read it nicely. You just don't ever want, you never want your quarterback taking big shots, right? Protect the football. I like the way he popped up. I like the way he didn't show it. Probably
Able to
trying
shake
catch
it
his
off.
breath.
So Bulldogs going to go under center here on first down, and Sandoff luckily kind of lost his footing there. There was a big hole as he was starting to get to that second level. But Sandoff held to about a 3-yard pickup.
Gain of 2 brings up second down and 8.
This is how potent this running attack is for the Bulldogs. Number 3, Tyrese Barnes, was the district offensive MVP. Number 6, Ricky Sandoff, who just had that carry. He was first team all-district.
Got
Bulldogs.
to be gap discipline with running team like this. Gap discipline.
Split back to the backfield. Sign's going to throw. Throws deep downfield. Ball batted away, overthrown. Good coverage downfield by Deer Park.
Yeah, excellent job. He actually had him bracketed. Linebacker dropping back with the safety coming over the top. Nice.
Kyler Ferris in coverage. Third down and 7 at the Bulldog 11. Deer Park defense trying to get that ball right back after the offense coughed it up in the red zone. Now the Bulldogs right in front of that Deer Park student section, trying to make some noise and make it hard here on third down. Sandoff lost the ball, or Sandoff rather lined up as the deep man. Signs unable to field the snap clean.
Quarterback rolled down on a knee.
So his knee was down as he was going down to pick that ball back up, and that's one way to hold him on third down.
Take it. Better be lucky than good. Want to be both. I think
Deer Park should get great field position from this one with Martinez standing right near midfield. We've already seen Walling kind of Struggle with the snap, just gets that one away. Martinez is going to let this one take a hop. Fields it on a hop, takes a big hit, but holds on to the ball.
Martinez on the return.
And Deer Park going to take over right at the Bulldog 41.
You know, one of the things I've seen so often is, you know, big playmakers take some chances, right? Right there, he has a big bounce. You're thinking maybe he's going to slip out from the first wave, get out from under it. He looked like he took a WWE clothesline.
So third drive of the night for the Deer Park offense. That did some good things on the last one before fumbling it away near the end zone. Set up with a short field here at the Bulldog 41. Kieselhorst going to go slant route near side. Pass incomplete. Looking for Setall. And once again matched up with Malik King Miller.
You got to go to the other side of the field. You're not getting the pass interference call on this side, period. And he was draped on him. All right, I'm not.
This will be a matchup to watch throughout the course of the night for sure. King Miller getting the better of that exchange. Second down and 10. Setall out wide to the bottom of your screen. Martinez in the slot. Hand it off here. Looking for running room along the near side.
Oh, my word.
Flag thrown on the back end of it. Jasper Hernandez on the carry.
Tackle made by Malik King Miller. Flags on the play.
And King Miller in on the stop.
Looked like outside zone. We had a nice little crack block by the receiver, and then the corner filled and did his job.
Holding, offense number 24. That's a 10-yard penalty, still second down.
And penalties starting to pile up here early on for Deer Park.
I know that's going to be Coach Flynn's biggest frustration because that's the one thing he harps on nonstop, mental toughness.
Ball pushed back to the Bulldog 45. All
Free
kinds
play.
of movement up front. They're going to go deep downfield for the free play. That will draw the pass interference. King Miller going to get flagged for this one.
Flags on the play.
I love it. Hard counted him right back. We got a penalty. We're going to hard count.
So all kinds of laundry on the field.
We have two penalties on the play. Offside defense, that penalty decline. Pass interference defense number 7. That's a 15-yard penalty, first down.
So second penalty called on Malik King Miller here in this first quarter. Deer Park, after the penalty, going to take over first and 10 at the Bulldog 30-yard line. 3 wideouts, far side of the field for Kieselhorst. Fakes the give. Quick little hitch route. Pass complete to Martinez. Down to the 25.
I love the way Kieselhorst, he's just so smooth with his footwork, his arm motion, everything's just nice. Flipped his hips, easy throw, good catch.
Second down and 3.
Martinez marked down at the 23 officially, so second and short. Still scoreless here in the first. Deer Park trying to change that. Setall in motion. Looking for him with a wheel route out of the backfield after they motion him across, but goes incomplete.
Pass from Kieselhorst is incomplete. Intended for Setall. Brings up third down and 3.
Regis in coverage for the Bulldogs. Third down. Park once again trying to convert. Little keeper by Kieselhorst trying to find some room along the right side. Nothing doing there as he is met right at the line of scrimmage. Whistle's going to blow the forward progress dead. No gain on the play and a 4th down coming up.
Number 25, Caden Watson on the stop for the Bulldogs.
It looks like the offense going to stay out on the field.
Based on that last play call, I assumed he was going to go ahead and go for it on 4th.
Settle in motion. Under pressure. Goes deep downfield. Has a man open. Pass incomplete as he tried to work back to it. Like Panuco again had a bit of a step downfield. Kieselhorst just short-armed it a bit. And this LaPorte Bulldog defense bending but not breaking.
And LaPorte will take over on downs. 1st down and 10 from their own 22-yard line. Tonight's 1st downs are brought to you by Shell Federal Credit Union. Shell FCU has established a loyal and steadfast commitment to the Deer Park community. Experience banking but better at Shell.
Bulldogs back to work. They take over back at their own 23. Little toss play for Barnes along the right side. Cuts up field.
Handoff goes to number 3, Tyrese Barnes.
Short gain on the play as we roll inside of 3.5 minutes here in the opening quarter. And really neither offense has been able to establish any kind of consistency so far.
Yeah, I know running the ball is always the key to passing the ball well. So you just think you got to stick with it somewhat. Pop a couple.
And whistles come in. Timeout going to be taken by Deer Park with 3:09 to go.
Deer Park, first short time out of the half.
So from what you've seen, both offenses so far, about 4 or 5 drives under the belt for both offenses. Is it more what the defense is doing or just maybe not executing on the offensive side of things?
I mean, you're early in the season. I'm going to say it's a little bit of both on that. And I hate to be a fence rider on that one, but I do feel like there's a lack of execution. And, you know, O-line is just such it's just a precise skill, the team blocking, working up to the next level. That it just takes reps and reps and reps. And I know we've got some guys back on the O-line, which is nice.
Yeah.
But, you know, you're seeing new team other than your scouts pretty much. First time this season.
Restore you to help with extraordinary care in a timely manner. Community First ER. Your community, your health, you first.
I'd really like to see Deer Park to just dress up a little bit more of just their normal run scheme stuff, make it look one way, and keep on trying to run the ball. I know that's what LaPorte's going to do to us.
Bulldogs back under center, handed off straight ahead up the middle. Like number 4, Elijah Bright, getting his first carry of 2024.
Tackle made by number 21, Jake Contreras for Deer Park.
Gets up ahead to about just shy of the 30. And once again, this is where Deer Park defense has done well here on 3rd down. Bulldogs looking at a 3rd down and 5. Signs from the pistol set. Bright lined up behind him, fakes the give, going to roll out, looks right, comes back left, and this play going nowhere. Signs all the way back inside his own 10 before turning the corner and has running room out past the 30 before being tripped up. Oh my. Signs living dangerously on that play.
Man, it was a great job reading it, seeing the screen on this backside over here, but you start getting a little too much in your over pursuit and you give up the edge again.
Force him out of bounds. Brings up 4th down.
Brought down just a couple yards shy of the 1st down, so despite going all the way back inside his own 10, nearly picked up the 1st down. Walling gets the punt away, and Martinez signaling for the fair catch and hauls it in at the Deer Park 32.
Is taken by number 2, Trey Martinez, fair catch. 1st down and 10, Deer Park from their own 32-yard line.
So offense going to go back out, and they have been close, but still no points for Deer Park. Fumbled away inside the 10 on one drive. Failed to convert on his 4th and 3 deep in the LaPorte half on the last drive.
I still feel good if I'm Deer Park. A couple of those things were just, you know, your game of inches, but you're right there, so you feel good about it. Come back, you just execute.
Christopher Brown, the running back in the backfield, will get the call on first down. Takes a big shot right at the line of scrimmage. Looked like maybe number 9, Ashton Ruffin, the linebacker.
That's a great job. A little outside zone look, and he pressed the gap and met him.
Fill in the hole. Met right at the line, so no gain on first down. And it's been kind of the case so far for Deer Park, kind of getting behind the sticks a little bit on second and third down. Kieselhorst taking a deep drop, stays in, has time, fires deep downfield, looking for Martinez, has it inside the 40 and wrestled down at about the 31. Oaks with a touchdown saving tackle, but Martinez able to break free for his first big play of the year.
Beautiful throw, nice route. Just Trey, right?
Yeah, just working all the way across the field.
Man.
Down to the Bulldog 31, first and 10.
I'd like to see the O-line work up to the second. Oh, there we go. Trickery.
Little screen play this time. Inside the 30, breaking through tackles and picking up another first down. Number 8, Andon Schroeder with his first reception. Picks up a first down. And this is the biggest new thing for this offense, the skill positions. You lose Hayden Smith, you lose King Phillips from a season ago, your top 2 pass catchers. And now it's who can kind of fill that role. First down and 10 at the 19. Kieselhorst, another deep drop, has time, fires, and short-armed it, looking for Martinez in the end zone, incomplete.
He had it looked like a linebacker dropping back right into the middle of the field, and it almost looked like he tried to pull up on it at the last second. But go back to the running. Go back to the running.
And Martinez matched up with, again, Tristan Oaks, and if it's one-on-one for Mr. Oaks all night, he might be gassed by the end of it. It's going to be tough keeping up with the speedster Martinez. Empty backfield look here. Second down. Little jet sweep. Stop it on a dime, break it through first contact before picking up a short gain. Wyatt Lay, the running back, who we saw have that big screen reception go for big yardage earlier on. Picks up a couple there to bring up third down. And that'll be the final play of this first quarter.
And that is the end of the first quarter with no score.
So after the first 12 minutes, scoreless here at Clyde-Hampshire Stadium in the 71st edition of the Border Battle. We'll head to the second. Knotted at 0. Back after this.
start the second quarter. Third down for Deer Park.
Third down and 8 for Deer Park at the Bulldogs 17 as we open up this second quarter. Kieselhorst looking for a man out of the backfield on a little short route, nothing doing. Pass goes incomplete. Looking for Trey Martinez, and Deer Park will be looking at a fourth down, but in field goal distance. Xavier Hurtado going to get a chance. So Hurtado, it'll be about a 34-yard field goal attempt coming up from the right hash. Trying to get the game's first points here. Maddox Schultz holding, line drive kick, and it goes through. Hurtado, first points of this 71st border battle come off of his foot, and it's 3-0.
52 left in the first half. Deer Park 3 and LaPorte.
The line drive of a kick. Hurtado, who did most of the kickoff duty and some of the punting duty last year, getting his first chance at some field goal attempts. So 11:52 to go, just getting underway here in this second quarter. Cheerleaders are psyched, as they always are.
Kicking off for Deer Park, number 17, Xavier Hurtado. Back deep for LaPorte, number 9, Ashton Ruffin.
The linebacker Ruffin back deep for the Bulldogs. Also number 17, senior defensive back Callies, and it'll be Callies from his own 15. Finds a crease, and LaPorte rather takes it up ahead to the 45. And a great return. Bumped out of bounds by Jaden Merrill, the sophomore defensive back for Deer Park.
That was a little odd. I don't know if it was the design almost pooch, but it looked like nobody was putting on the brakes to.
From their own 48-yard line.
And great starting field position for the Bulldogs from their own 48. Like you said, Callies just went straight ahead and found a crease, and one man to beat, unable to do it, and Bulldogs with it near midfield to open up their drive. And whistle's going to blow this one dead. False start on the Bulldogs, going to back up LaPorte 5.
Flag is against LaPorte for a false start. After enforcement of the penalty, first down at 15.
Yep, still on. After the yardage marked off, back to the Bulldog 43. Signs under center. Handed off, Sandoff on the left side, met after a short gain and driven back. Nearly gets back to the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, a little, what was that, a little GT counter look. Opened up a nice hole, but it was a good job form tackling there.
Looked like number 21, Jaden Contreras, coming in from that safety position to meet him after that 4-yard gain by Sandoff. Up ahead to the 47. Sandoff and Bright, the running backs in the backfield. Handed off to Bright, straight ahead up the middle. Straight dive.
Yeah, a little trap, it looked like. Man.
Crosses midfield just into Deer Park territory, but a third down and long. Not really what this offense is built for. Picking up those big chunk plays through the air.
I'm getting that these O-lines and D-lines for both teams are having a big battle because it's short yardage on these run plays.
Third down and 7, toss play. Now a little reverse. Takes a big shot. Adam White laying the wood on 3rd down.
That was a battering ram coming through there.
Senior captain with a huge tackle that'll stop this LaPorte drive.
Yeah, you want to talk about a guy that is walking around and you're like, that's a linebacker. There he is. Power clean record for Deer Park. Whew. Great recognition.
Punt is away. Fair catch going to be made by Martinez at the 23. Adam White with a huge hit there to blow up that reverse play. And now the offense for Deer Park with a chance once again.
Deer Park will operate first down at 10 from their own 24-yard line.
Third and long, you know, you're just telling your defense, hey, stay at home, play your key, play your position. He stayed home.
And it paid off. LaPorte shows blitz. Picked up nicely. Kieselhorst buying time, slings it downfield, skying for it and making the catch. Up ahead near the 40-yard line, Saldana. He's been targeted a few times. He gets his first catch there.
Long developing out route right there. Kind of a sprint out look. And he's on the money. The throw, great job pulling it in.
Oaks in coverage and making the tackle. It seems like Deer Park, they're kind of going after number 12. Martinez lining up in the backfield. He motions in. Little option look. Kieselhorst breaks through the first tackle. Up ahead to the 45. Takes another big hit shy of midfield. But he picks up about 6 there on first down.
How tall exactly is he? 6'6", 6'5", 6'.
Pickup of 7 on the play.
He's a tall boy.
Yeah.
And I know the tall guys do not like the slide because it's, you know, you're falling a lot further, right? But geez, get out.
Second big hit he's taken tonight, but he popped up after both. 2nd and 3. Keep it on the ground. This time for the running back.
Ooh.
Crosses midfield. Back, breaking through tackles and lowering his shoulder down inside the 35.
Power.
There you see Wyatt lay again.
He's tackled by Malik King Miller. A nice pickup on the play and another Deer Park first down.
Good vision to bounce it.
Ooh, might have got away with a little hold on her. But I do like running a little, mixing it up. You're going, you know, zone, and then now you got some gap scheme, power, maybe some counter. You hit them downhill, give your O-lineman time to work up.
Ball at the Bulldog 33. Going deep downfield again. Oh, one-on-one. Set all. Just incomplete.
Oh,
no, they're going to
the
say
catch.
that was a catch. Matched up against King Miller and set all.
Man,
With a great reception near the sideline.
but the throw, I mean, you're talking about the wide side of the field right there, and very little room for error. And, man.
Kieselhorst fitting it inside
Yeah.
a tight window there. Once again, Deer Park in the red zone. Ball 1st and 10 at the 19. Brown, the running back in the backfield with Kieselhorst here. He'll get the call, looking for a hole straight ahead. A short gain down to the 18 before being met in the hole by Branson Shanley, the linebacker.
I like the mix-up because right now they're going back to, like what I said, they're going to some of that gap scheme running stuff. It allows hopefully your O-line to work up to that second level. I know Coach Flynn and them are going to dress it up a little bit, give them some eye candy, something to worry about. But I like just mixing up the different run styles.
Deep drop by Kieselhorst, stays in the pocket, fires over the middle, has a man open. It's a touchdown for Deer Park. Set all. First touchdown reception of the season. And he's been the go-to guy in the passing game here in this first half. And he beats the Bulldog coverage wide open in the middle of the end zone.
We got swinging gate. Wish.
Oh, it'll happen one time this year, I bet. Hurtado coming on for the extra point. Good snap, good hold, and the kick.
Wide left.
Wide left, missed it. But 7:14 to go in the first half. Deer Park with a 9-0 advantage over LaPorte.
And LaPorte 0.
Man, yeah. Kiesel horse with some really elite throws that last drive. I mean, the out route over on the far side there was really impressive. And then the post right down the middle, he made it look effortless, but it ain't an effortless throw, you know. It's
And as a quarterback, can somebody be too wide open? Because it's almost like being too open in basketball. You might overthink it, right?
Yes.
Not the case there.
The hardest throw and the hardest catch to make are the ones where you're wide open. I dropped. Oh, I'm not going to talk about my failures.
Oh no, no. This is a safe space.
I'd say probably more of my drops were the easiest for me.
Oh no.
To purchase tickets.
Your focus starts drifting on what's the next step, but you got to make the first step. Right? Catch is the first step.
Mason Pratt here with you alongside Shane Creel, who former Deer Park graduate, played with Coach Flynn back in the early aughts. Not to age you. And Hurtado looks like he's going to be taking a short run at it, and high short kick. No fair catch made, but it's handled by Sandoff, the running back, but a good tackle along the far side by number 10 for Deer Park, Olguin, the defensive back. And so you got to talk to Coach Flynn over the phone coming into this week. What were some of the things that he touched on, especially offensively?
First down at 10, LaPorte.
You know, I think the biggest thing that I got from him was not so much scheme, because you kind of know what they're going to do. It's more of just staying focused on the mental, physical toughness. It's something Deer Park's always been known for.
And off here along the left side, and I think it's Barnes breaking through initial contact, stringing it out all the way to the sideline before finally being bumped out.
He is an impressive runner. I mean, holy smokes, just the effort, the motor.
Pick up a 5, brings up second down and 5.
He, along with Sandoff, like we heard, combined for over 2,000 yards on the ground last season. So it is definitely a 1-2 punch that the Bulldogs focus on. But we've also seen Bright, that they've worked in the junior running back a little bit as well. Second down and 5 for the Bulldogs, trying to respond after that Deer Park touchdown. Barnes in motion. A little stretch play for Sandoff. Hits the hole hard and takes it up ahead to the 40. That'll be a Bulldog first down. And we have another flag at the back end of this. Didn't see who got tangled up, but
missed it in the back.
Jake Heyman, the offensive lineman, he was about 10 yards downfield from where the tackle ended up being made.
I missed the signal.
Flag is against Deer Park for unsportsmanlike.
Unsportsmanlike, going to go against the Deer.
Mike Test. Down at 10, LaPorte from the Deer Park 40.
So not only the first down run by Sandoff there, tacking on 15 more, has the Bulldogs sitting pretty. First and 10 at the Deer 43. Toss play for Sandoff along the left side, breaking through some shoestring tackles and takes it down inside the 40. Olguin in there for Deer Park defensively.
Yeah, the outside linebacker right there on that same play going the other way, he set the edge super fast, but I did not see the fill coming, whether it was supposed to be a safety or a linebacker. But, when you're fast flowing like that, you got to stay with your gap. You got to press.
Now this running game for LaPorte starting to find some success. Second down and 6. Tight end Reynolds in motion, stacked with Barnes along the left side. Another handoff for Sandoff along the left side. Picks up a block and picks up another Bulldog first down.
on the tackle for Deer Park.
So they're just coming up with a couple different looks and ways to run the same play. I like it as an offensive guy.
It's working.
But, you know, you got to understand.
New set of downs for the Bulldogs at the Deer Park 31. Little misdirection, handoff to Barnes. A little stutter step at the line and able to fall forward down inside the 30. A whole host of maroon jerseys in on the stop. Led by number 99, the one of two defensive captains for Deer Park, Cameron Colquitt. Saw the other one, Adam White, with a huge hit on the last drive. Second down and 7. Clock inside of 5 minutes to go here in the first half. Deer Park with a 9-0 lead. Little pistol set for signs and motion up front. Actually, before the penalty, it looks like Bulldogs got the timeout in before the false start.
Mic test.
I heard it.
He's testing often. Well, what have you seen offensively for LaPorte on this drive? Why they are having so much success on the ground when they really haven't had a whole lot up until this drive?
Your run game typically is gonna, you know, if you're consistent, you're sticking with it, it's gonna get better and better. Part of what it is you got double teams with your O-line that are trying to work up to the second level, right? So they're getting used to now we're playing an opponent. We're not playing scout teams. We're not, you know what I mean? So now they're getting used to how quickly are the linebackers pressing, how quickly can I get off of this double team? And so there's a lot of different, you know, nuanced things that's going on there, but honestly, it's just consistency and sticking to your game plan and higher execution by the players, right? And then they're making it look a little bit different. A couple different formations, bringing in a double sniffer look at the last, what was that, 2 players ago?
Little toss play this time for Sandoff along the right side.
Yeah, it's like every which way you can run, zone and outside zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're throwing in some GT stuff and some counter and trap, but it's just a couple different looks, right? And so I love it, actually.
Starting to pick up the yardage in chunks here, but still with a 3rd down and 3, but they're staying on schedule, something that they were not doing in that first quarter. Ball at the Deer Park 24-yard line. Signs.
I'd expect the exact same thing. GT.
Handed off. Barnes along the left side, breaks through the first contact, trying to stiff arm a defender. Nothing doing. Rambo is there and going to bring him down near the line of scrimmage. Rambo, great job to stick with it and able to get down Barnes before he was able to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you said it's sticking with it. Then he had some buddies come help out on it.
Brings up 4th down and 1.
Going for it.
4th down and a yard to go at the Deer Park 22, and the Bulldog offense staying on the field. Deer Park crowd trying to get out. Play for Barnes. Finds a hole, finds a crease, takes it inside the 10, breaks through a tackle, and the Bulldogs find the end zone.
You know, it's tough for defenses when you're jumping back and forth between zone and gap scheme type stuff. You know, they'd gone GT, I think, a couple of times in that last right here, and then they would go back to this kind of like a outside zone look, and he cuts it back and ran. It's nice.
Great run there by Barnes. And the Bulldogs on the board here late in the first half. Extra point up and good.
But it's nothing at all defensively to panic about. You go into the locker room at halftime, you draw it up on the whiteboard, say, hey, look, here's your keys. This is stuff that we've seen 1,000 times already, the stuff that we practice 1,000 times. Just sometimes I think players can get caught wanting to do more than what their position is telling them to do. So read your key, play your position. You don't want to get double gapped. You don't want to, you know, don't let them reach you if you're not supposed to get reached. All these small things, but they all make a, this one is the greatest game. This was the greatest game. It's 11 guys. They have to do their job to be successful. Can't do someone else's job.
And with 3:17 left to go in the first half, Deer Park going to try and finish out this first half with points because LaPorte did win the coin toss, so they deferred to the second half. See what Deer Park can do here in the final few minutes.
Back deep from Deer, Braylon Ashton-Jackson, and number 2, Trey Martinez.
Braylon Ashton-Jackson back deep along with Martinez. Back at their own 5 for Deer Park, waiting on the kickoff. That looked like offsides by LaPorte, but no flag thrown. Ashton-Jackson takes it, and a good return out past the 25. And I think even the coaches along the Deer Park sideline said it definitely looked like somebody had crossed the line before that ball had been kicked, but no penalty. And Deer Park going to take over. 3:10 to go. 2 timeouts in their pocket.
Man, I like that return right there by Ashton-Jackson. I mean, zero fear, all speed. Take every bit of yardage that they're giving you. Man, that's one of the hardest things to get is somebody that's fearless on a kick return.
You had 11 guys running full speed at you. I could understand some hesitancy. Ball at the 28-yard line for Deer Park. Kieselhorst takes the snap, handed off on first down, met right at the line, and this Bulldog defense swarming. Nothing doing there for Wyatt Lay.
Tackle made by number 77, Luke Wara. No gain on the play. Brings up second down and 10.
Bulldogs also with a couple timeouts in their pocket, so you don't want to have to give this ball back to LaPorte here late in the first half. Second down and 10, Kieselhorst. Now looking towards the sideline. Set all lined up wide, top of your screen. But going to sling it out of the backfield. Makes one man miss and taking it up to just past the 30. Once again, Lay on the reception. Found him a couple times out of the backfield.
Number 45, Tate himself, makes the stop for the Bulldogs.
His first reception went for 61 yards. This one slightly shorter.
One thing I'm a little surprised by is I kind of expected a lot more motioning, not just shift, just motions, and I haven't seen a lot of motion, just kind of lining up and then.
And that looked like Kieselhorst thought that they were going to get a flag, and there was one thrown on the far side. But Deer Park tried to go quick.
He got it. He's signaling offsides on defense.
Yeah. Good awareness by the senior quarterback. Make it a much more manageable third down. So 1:56 left in the first half. Deer Park with a 9-7 lead over LaPorte. Trying to avoid giving the ball back to the Bulldogs here late in this first half. Going to have to convert here on 3rd and short. Hand it off. It looked like Lay, the ball carrier, up ahead. Just shy of the 40, but it's enough to pick up a Deer Park first down.
Yes, sir. When you need 1 or 2, run power and counter. There's power.
It's that easy.
I love it.
Lay stays in there, running back, lined up at the backfield with Kieselhorst, stays in the block, pass, little hitch route, complete to Saldana, goes down to one knee to make the reception. Takes it up ahead to the 46, pickup of 7. And with 1:20 clock running, Deer Park going to go with a little bit of tempo here. LaPorte bringing 5, they're going to dump it off. Great block along the sideline, pass complete. Martinez with the reception. Another Deer Park first down will move the sticks. And Deer in Bulldog territory at the 49. Clock stops with 1:07 to go. Deer Park still with 2 timeouts.
Looked like we're going a little bit of shifty personnel here.
Number 11, Braylon Aston Jackson, who we saw on the kickoff return. He's lined up along that far side, along with Sedall and Saldana. And all kinds of confusion there, and I think Deer Park going to have to burn their second timeout.
Timeout, Deer Park.
Personnel grouping, that's one of those things.
Timeout.
Swapping out some skill guys, and you leave one on the sideline. Maybe he doesn't hear the call or whatever it is, but you end up. Minute left.
Yeah, when you had the clock stopped, that's got to be a little frustrating having to burn that timeout in that fashion. After you had picked up the first down, gotten out of bounds. So with just 67 seconds left. Deer Park with one timeout to go. Trying to add to this 9-7 lead.
Mic test. Referee Mike.
I gave him the thumbs up. I don't know if
Do you think he saw it from up here? I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. First down and 10, Deer Park after the timeout. Sedall and Martinez lined up far side of the field. Saldana stretched out almost to the Deer Park sideline here, bottom of your screen. Deep drop. Kieselhorst over the middle again. Pass in and out of the hands of Martinez as he was trying to work back to it. Oaks in coverage for the Bulldogs.
Tristan Oaks on the coverage for the Bulldogs.
And Oaks wins that matchup with Martinez. Second down and 10 following the incompletion. Another deep drop, but quick throw. Screenplay for Saldana. Following blocks along the near sideline, taking it down inside the 30 and wrestled out of bounds at the Bulldog 26.
I really like that play call. A little tunnel screen right there. You got your big lineman flying out to the sideline. And great job once the initial blocks start happening. He gets back onto the sideline, gets out of bounds.
Clock stops, 53 seconds to go. And more whistles, and Coach Bernethi going to take a Bulldog timeout. Give his defense a little bit of a breather. Deer Park over 220 yards of total offense so far in this first half. Does it feel like they should have a larger lead than what they do?
It always feels that way, especially, you get all the way down there and you have a fumble. You have a wide open guy on a corner route that's just a little underthrown. But, I mean, you don't want to, you don't want to get hung up on the shoulda, coulda, woulda. You just work on the fixes and you come out firing in the second half for sure.
And just looking at the disparity in yards per play, Deer Park over 7 yards per play. Just over 3.5 for LaPorte, and yet Bulldogs have been hanging in there. First down and 10 at the 26 following that Bulldog timeout. Martinez is going to line up in the backfield. Kieselhorst dumps it off to a man inside the 25, down to about the 20. Clock will continue to run. Paradise, the running back on the reception. Offense trying to get quickly back to the line. Trying to get the personnel switched out. Martinez comes off. Saldana trying to get lined up. Inside of 30 seconds to go. Deer Park with just one timeout left. Kieselhorst takes the snap, rolls right, looks, fires towards the end zone, and Oaks bats that one away. Dangerous decision made there by Kieselhorst, looking for Saldana near the end zone. Oaks able to undercut it.
Brings up third down and 5.
Saldana slow moving after that. contactless injury? Not injured.
Third down and 5, 20 seconds to go. And now Saldana takes a seat right at the near hash mark.
Timeout on the field for injury.
Deer Park trying to get some late points here in the first half, knowing that the Bulldogs will be receiving the second half kickoff. And it's been a few years since we've had as tight of a ball game coming down to the end of the first half as we have here tonight. Deer Park, they've won 3 in a row. Back in 2021, 55-12, 2022, 42-14, 41-20 last year. They're down at 5. Deer Park, 3 wideouts, far side of the field. Brown, the running back. Kieselhorst trying to find a lane. Spinning down inside the 20, breaking through tackles. And look at the quarterback go down to the 10. First down run with 12 seconds left. Going to try and get up and spike it to save that timeout. 10 seconds, clock running. Kieselhorst spikes it, and 6 seconds to go. What a tough run by the quarterback.
Yeah, holding my breath. Because, I mean, he's a big old guy, and I know he's a competitor for sure. Doing whatever it takes to get the yardage, man. So 6 seconds, 1 timeout. We're thinking 1 quick play.
Yeah, you would think if it goes towards the end zone from the 11 that hard to imagine that you could go towards the end zone, have it go incomplete, and still have time for the field goal. But I think you're right. Maybe just 1 play.
Offsetting penalties, look like.
Offsetting penalties on the previous play.
There you go. Oh, boy. So 6 seconds to go from the Bulldog 11. And just as the crowd was starting to get into it, Deer Park going to burn their 3rd and final timeout.
Scores from other games around the area tonight. North Shore 28, South Oak Cliff 0 in the second quarter.
So 6 seconds left from your opponent's 11. Are you thinking just we have 1 play to try and get this in? We're not going to have time for.
No, I'm thinking take the points.
So instead of trying to go for the end zone, settle for the go for the field goal.
Certain. I think that's probably what. Yeah, it looks like that's what he's doing.
Yeah, it looks like Hurtado coming back out.
Once he took the timeout, I was like, I think that's.
So Hurtado, who's already kicked 1 field goal tonight, looking for his second. This one will be about a 28-yarder. Ball at the near hash. It's a snap down. Hold is good. Line drive kick is through the uprights, and That is how the first half will end as Hurtado boots it through for his second field goal of the first half. And at the break, Deer Park heads to halftime with a 12-7 lead over LaPorte here in the 71st edition of the Border Battle. Back with more here from Clyde Abshire Stadium. You're watching Deer Park football on the Deer Network. Hurtado boots it through for his second field goal of the first half. And at the break, Deer Park heads to halftime with a 12-7 lead over LaPorte here in the 71st edition of the Border Battle. Back with more here from Clyde Abshire Stadium. You're watching Deer Park football on the Deer Network.
And now we are proud to present the beautiful and talented Deer Park Deer Escort Dance Team. Introducing the leadership team, beginning with the dance officers, Lieutenant Julia Andrews, Lieutenant Haven Alson, Lieutenant Makeda Bells, Lieutenant Maddie Carriega, Lieutenant Avery Holbrook, and our Colonel, Ashley Blair. Our social officers are Executive Ariel Bell, Executive Mariana Clayton, Executive Isabel Mades, Vice President Jaden Willis, and President Brinley Buffalo. The Deer Escorts of the Week are Demi Bittencourt and Jazaira Herrera. Spirit Girl of the Week is Peyton Herrard. Enjoy as the Deer Escorts perform a palm routine to Good Golly Miss Molly. The Deer Escorts are under the direction of Jim Morrow and Assistant Director Bethany Phelps. A special thank you to our diamond sponsors, Something to Wrestle with Bruce Pritchard, Raising Cane's, USA DeBus, and Texas Tradition Bank. Presenting the 2024 Deer Park High School Marching Band. The band is under the field direction of drum majors Hope Parker, Aiden Crouch, Cody Gonzalez, and Tyler Linhart. Directors Award, the Field Crew. Section of the Week, Drumline. Outstanding Officers, Sophia Reed and Aaron McLean. Tonight, for your halftime entertainment, the Deer Park Band performs music from their 2024 marching show, From Thorns to Roses. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2024 Deer Park High School Marching Band and Deer Escorts. The band is under the direction of Gary Heater, Paul Parkin, Alex Flores, and Keegan Crawford. The color guard instructor is Mackenzie Davidson. Junior high directors are Jeff Murphy, David Dobson, Trenton Petrie, Zach Alcantara, Paul Daniel, Lauren Gray, and Abby Sobieski. Executive Director of Fine Arts is Jason Dove. High school principals are Kirk Taylor, Yvette Powell, and John Wegman. Superintendent of Schools is Stephen Harrell.
Welcome back to Clyde-Hampshire Stadium, everybody. Mason Pratt here alongside Shane Creel, getting ready for the start of the second half here in the 71st edition of the Border Battle. And at halftime, Deer Park with a 12-7 lead. And the Deer Park Deer going to be kicking off to start this second half. But the Deer, you look at some of the numbers, you would think that they would have a much larger lead than they do at just the 5-point cushion that they have. Outgained the Bulldogs 269 to 65. More than a 200-yard difference in terms of the offensive output, but still Deer Park, a turnover in the red zone, went for it on a 4th down in the red zone. It came up short, so Bulldogs, they've been hanging around. That's, I'm sure, scary if you're Coach Flynn and his staff.
Yeah, absolutely, and it's just some small execution problems here and there, but nothing to panic about. I know I'm a little bit superstitious. I'm gonna change my energy level for you, Mason.
There you go. Ashton Ruffin back deep along with number 17, Trent Callies. Callies had a good return in the first half. He's going to get another chance here to open up the third. Callies up past the 20, 25. Bounces off a tackler and brought down just shy of the 30-yard line. And the Bulldogs back out to work with a chance to take the lead if they can find the end zone.
All right. Defensive key for the second half, stop the run, because I guarantee you they are going to be hammering it every which way you can. That's all
yeah, especially late in that second quarter, they really started to find some success on the ground, and that's how they found the end zone for their lone touchdown. Is both of those running backs, Sandoff and Barnes, really started to find something as they go on the ground here on 1st down for a short gain.
They really like to run that little twins closed look and then run that toss zone play out of it. They have a couple other run plays they run out of the exact same thing, so it's not necessarily a formational thing there, but I would be scooting up to the line of scrimmage if I'm one of them linebackers.
Barnes, 4 carries for 33 yards in the first half. Also with Laporte's lone touchdown. Barnes the one in motion now. Sandoff, handed off for him along the left side. Finds a crease and gets up to the second level. Nearly picks up the 1st down, but will make it a very manageable 3rd and short coming up.
Just another wrinkle on how to run zone right there.
Brings up 3rd down and 1.
Ball at the Bulldog 38. Laporte trying to convert on 3rd and 1.
Same.
Signs under center. Straight handoff for Sandoff up the middle. Pushes, keeps those feet churning, and picks up the 1st down. Needed a yard, picked up 2. That'll move the sticks. Sandoff and Barnes both now 35 yards on the ground. First down and 10. Sandoff from the pistol set. Looking to throw. Gonna go deep downfield, looking for the home run ball, and overthrew his intended wideout. Chavez in coverage for Deer Park. Pass intended, though, for number 10, Peyton Smith.
That was excellent coverage. I mean, he was step for step, right with him the entire time, and turned looking for the ball.
Freshman wideout for the Bulldogs. Unable to catch up to that ball thrown out in front. So 2nd down and 10.
Just a straight drop back on that one. A little surprising whenever you had some success running the ball. There it is again.
Barnes this time along the left side before he makes his cut, breaks through the first wave, stops, and brought down by the cornerback, Andre Jackson.
Great pursuit by Jackson right there. That he stopped a major play.
Jackson, a first-team All-District selection last season. Had a couple of picks, also had one go for a touchdown. This is a Deer Park defense that scored 5 times last season. Trying to maintain that momentum here in 2024. 3rd down at 6. Bulldogs with it at their own 45. Signs under center. This time for Barnes. Stutter steps at the line, just weaves his way patiently and gets close to midfield.
You know, you just can't, you cannot. Your backside backers, your backside D linemen, you've got to maintain discipline. You got to take the air out of it constantly because you know that cutback's coming on zone, right? So cutback happens, you're there to hit them in the teeth.
4th down, ball at midfield, handed off, and Barnes lost the football, picked it up on a bounce though, it looked like, and Barnes just gets by the 1st down line. Boy, almost a disaster there for Laporte, but it ends up as a 1st down. Sandoff, rather, never had a full control of it, but a fortunate bounce right back into his hand. New set of downs and Bulldogs with it in Deer Park territory at the Deer 49, 1st and 10. Motion Barnes across the formation, handed off, signs along the left side. Slips and falls forward though.
Got quite a bit of movement on that front side of that zone play right there.
Bailey makes the tackle for Deer Park. Brings up 2nd down and 6.
You know, I know it looks like they're sticking with, you know, an even front here where we got 4 down linemen. I wonder if he's ever thinking about mixing it up and going more with 3 down linemen, giving you an extra linebacker, get an athletic guy.
2nd down and 6. Keep it on the ground, right up the middle.
Oh, he dropped.
Deer Park thinks they might have recovered the fumble. Loose ball. Signaled by the official, and Deer Park comes away with the fumble recovery.
Oh, yes, sir.
Number 22, Anthony Lopez Rojas on the recovery.
Anthony Lopez Rojas, the sophomore, comes away with the loose ball.
Man, what a great play right there. I mean, he
Looked like number
He
88.
tackled the ball.
Thomas Johnson
Tackled the ball.
with the hit on it, and Deer Park forces Laporte's first turnover of the night. And Deer Park take over at their own 39. The sophomore comes away with the loose ball.
Man, what a great play right there. He tackled the ball.
Thomas Johnson with the hit on it, and Deer Park make the give. Slant route near side of the field, and well read in coverage by number 5, Chauncey Regis. Almost able to undercut that pass intended for Schroeder.
Coverage by number 5, Chauncey Regis. Brings up 2nd down and 10.
I'd really like to see I think I mentioned it at the end there, but a little bit of eye candy as far as motion goes with these receivers. Get the secondary with their eyes moving through the backfield a little bit more. Here we go.
Straight handoff for Lay up the middle with a good run up to the 2nd level. Shy of the 1st down line, but will make it a much more manageable 3rd down.
Gain of 8. Brings up
Lost the shoe. Yeah, so right there, he motions in from wide out over here, and he's basically just picking up an end on a zone play, but what it does is his eye control is flowing with it. That looked like the biggest hole he's had all night.
I think so. Lay goes for 7 yards, gets a breather, and now Brown checks in. Kieselhorst coming for the screen, near side, breaking through a tackle and unable to get his feet underneath him and get going again.
All right,
Schroeder on the reception and some pushing and shoving downfield. Offensive line getting mixed up. Some of the secondary.
Hey, I like what Landon Exner just did right there. He was going hard through the entire play, got tangled up. He gets up, he turned it off and walked back to the huddle. He's not
As an offensive lineman, anytime you get it to block a defensive back, too, I'm sure you're
salivating.
Of course.
Yeah.
4th down and a yard. Kieselhorst going to go under center, going to try and push up front. The length of Kieselhorst coming in handy there as he keeps the feet moving for a Deer Park 1st down. Gutsy call there on 4th and short from your own side of the 50.
Yeah, and he's so tall, you see his head bobbling around up there. But he did a good job keeping the feet driving.
Lay checks back in at running back, lined up to Kieselhorst's left. 3 wideouts near side of the field. Setall split out far side of the field. Option look, keeper by Kieselhorst looking to turn the corner. Stays on his feet and fights forward down inside the 44. And he is a quarterback that is going to make you earn a tackle.
He had a two-way go there. I mean, had it been a handoff, it looked like he had a nice look on the other way too. But
Gain of 5 brings up second down and 5 for Deer Park.
going a little tempo too.
Ball spotted first and 10, or second and 5 rather, from the 44. Kieselhorst takes a drop, going to go for the home run ball, looking for Setall, drops it in. What a beautiful throw, and Setall going to be marked down at the 1-yard line.
Incredible. That D ball is just a nice touch. Great job by the receiver, keeping the arms pumping, running underneath it. Man.
Pickup of 43 on the play. Setall 1 yard shy of the touchdown, but what a throw by Kieselhorst to drop that one in. Setall winning that matchup against Malik King Miller. They have been going at it all night. First down and goal for Deer Park from the 3. And the linebacker, Adam White, checks in as the running back, but a flag going to blow this one dead before Deer Park able to snap it.
Flag on the play.
Were they huddled? I'm assuming they're calling 12 men.
Penalty going to back up Deer Park 5.
Flag is against Deer Park for illegal substitution.
Curious to see how they will use Adam White here on offense.
I suspect it better be teeing off on one of their linebackers.
What we saw over the last couple of years, Reed Millette as the linebacker slash kind of wildcat quarterback, and White going to get a carry here on first and goal.
Handoff goes number 7, Adam White.
Short gain, if anything, maybe picked up a yard.
Tackled after a short gain by number 9, Ashton Ruffin.
In a fast-moving third quarter, just under 4 minutes to go. Deer Park with a 12-7 advantage, looking to add to it here with a great opportunity. Second and goal from the 5. Fake the give. Tight end wide open, pass complete. Touchdown, Deer Park. Gabriel Salinas, the tight end, wide open off the play action.
Yeah, I love it. Snuck him out. Showed zone this way. Booted around. Nobody stayed home.
Salinas able to leak out, and Deer Park with a touchdown. Hurtado coming on for the extra point. High snap, gets it down, and this ball off the upright and no good. So Hurtado 2 for 2 on field goals tonight, but unfortunately 0 for 2 on PATs.
Left in the third quarter, Deer Park 18 and LaPorte 7.
There you see Salinas just crossing the formation wide open.
He looks like he's got a Western bandana on, doesn't he?
Salinas with his first touchdown reception of the season. Kieselhorst with his second touchdown throw of the year.
And a fashion statement.
Deer Park with their largest lead of the night so far.
So execution.
Yeah, we saw the offense kind of struggle with that in that first half. Obviously the first game of the season, first half of the season, so you kind of expect that.
You know,
halftime, get to settle down a little bit.
Absolutely. He was kicking himself on, you know, he had the guy wide open on the corner out over here, kind of underthrew it, probably kicking himself a little bit. But I'll tell you what, he has been on the money.
Yeah, since then, just several spectacular throws. We saw it towards the end of that first half along the sideline on the pass to Setall, and then on the deep ball just now on that drive. Hurtado, ball teed up and looking to kick this one away. Be another high short kick. The running back Sandoff from his own 21. Runs over one man, crosses the 40, cuts back towards midfield, and still going, still on his feet. And another great kickoff return sets up the Bulldogs with great starting field position.
Okay, so the pooch kick, right? Like, I don't know. It's just they're having success returning it, right?
Yeah, they've tried it deep. Callies has had a couple of great returns. They've tried.
Let's not do that anymore, guys.
The pooch, unfortunately, where Laporte lines up on that kickoff return, you're pooching it right to their starting running back. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs from their own 42. Sandoff gets the carry after the great return.
Handoff goes to Sandoff.
Picks up about 4 there on 1st down.
Tackle made by Guerra.
Marked down as a
Brings up 2nd down and 7.
3-yard pickup down to the 39. Elijah Bright checks in. He will lead the way for Barnes on the little toss back towards the left side. Upended after a short gain, and some more pushing and shoving deep downfield.
Kyler Ferris makes a stop for Deer Park.
The Deer Park defense with an opportunity here. 3rd down and 6.
Brings up 3rd down and 6.
Of course, it might be 2-down territory for the Bulldog offense, depending on what they could do here on 3rd down. Toss play for Bright along the right side, makes a cut back towards the middle of the field, falls forward, shy of the 1st down, but it'll be about 4th and a yard.
Tackle by Captain, senior number 99, Cameron Colquitt. The spot is just short of the yard to gain. 4th down and short.
4th and a yard to go. Offense for the Bulldogs staying out on the field. Laporte 2 for 2 already tonight on 4th downs.
Good push from the D-line right here.
Signs from the pistol set. Little just pitch play. Flag comes in. And definitely not the way the Bulldogs wanted that one executed. We'll see what
Shift.
penalty here. And all signs point to a Laporte penalty.
Oh.
Penalties against the Bulldogs for a false start.
Did his microphone only work for the test?
He,
or?
he was testing so often in that 1st half, and now not.
4th down and 7.
5th penalty on the night for Laporte. Makes what would have been a 4th down and 1. Now push back, 4th down. Ball spotted at the Deer Park 39. 3 wide receivers bunch to the line. Low snap. Signs gets away. Backpedals all the way back to midfield. Buying time. Finds a man wide open downfield. Batted away and picked off down near the 10. Andre Jackson with the interception.
First down and 10. Deer Park.
And Signs had a man open, just rolling to his left, unable to get the arm strength into it to get it there.
You know, as a DB, it's probably impossible to tell a high school kid.
I know exactly what you're
down, but
Signs gets away, backpedals all the way back to midfield, buying time, finds a man wide open downfield, batted away and picked off down near the 10. Good initial deflection there by.
It is a dead ball foul. The penalty will be enforced after the interception.
put you back up against your own end zone here is no fun. But that was a good job of not giving up on the play because he was beat. They had guys behind him.
Yeah, Jaden Contreras coming in underneath and getting that initial deflection that popped that ball into the air.
Ball skills.
So 2 drives for Laporte here to start the second half and 2 turnovers. But Deer Park, after that penalty, going to start this drive 1st and 10 from their own 6-yard line.
Oh, man. I know what he's.
Lay, the running back, the deep man, standing about 4 yards deep in his own end zone, gets the call here on first down. Lowers his shoulder.
Handoff goes to number 34, Wyatt Lay.
Gets maybe a yard before being hit by Blake Stout.
Short gain on the play brings up second down and 9.
Under a minute to go here in the third. Been a quick moving third quarter. Second down and 9, Deer Park offense trying to get situated. Motion man across. Fake the give to Martinez, and Kieselhorst with another keeper up the middle. Out past the 10, up ahead to about the 11. And what should be the final play of this third quarter.
I really like the play call, man. You're showing a little bit of jet motion and quarterback's pulling it.
Of the third quarter with our score. Deer
Park 18, Bulldogs 7 after 3. Final 12 minutes of the 71st Border Battle coming up next here on the Deer Network.
from the 11-yard line.
Third down and 4 for Deer Park from their own 11 as we open up the fourth quarter here from Clyde Abshire Stadium. Play clock inside of 10 seconds for Kieselhorst. Hand it off for Brown. Trying to break through that initial contact, unable to do so. Falls forward for maybe a short gain on the play. And Deer Park, following the interception, going to go 3 plays and out.
Brings up fourth down and 2.
And it seems like if I'm Deer Park offensively, if I can just get one more touchdown to extend that lead to multiple possessions, obviously with a 11-point lead here, you're already at that multiple. But if you can just get one more touchdown, that would kind of force LaPorte to kind of get away from that running game that is able to kind of keep them in it the way they've been getting chunks here. As the punt gets away, and Oaks going to let it take a roll. Takes a kind Deer Park roll to about the Bulldog 36. But if you can just kind of force LaPorte to get away from their running game, which has kept them in it, then you're forcing them to do something outside of their comfort zone, you would think.
Absolutely. I agree with that. I just said absolutely. Jared's going to get me.
Jared will text you.
You know, one of the things is when you're in the lead, you definitely don't want to get sucked into some of the unsportsmanlike stuff, and it is chippy.
Yeah, it has been chippy all night long. Each team with at least one personal foul penalty. The Bulldogs take over. 1st and 10 at their own 36. Toss play for Barnes, weaving his way through. Breaking through tackles, and Barnes, one play inside the 30. Trying to get tracked down from behind, not going to happen. Bulldogs strike, one play, touchdown LaPorte. And that is what Deer Park has been dreading this entire night, is the big play by both of these running backs. And they kept them in check for the most part, but Barnes just ripped off.
Great play by Barnes. Not the most disciplined tackling on our end right here. A lot of grabbing.
Chavez tried, but just unable to fully catch up to him. And Barnes with a huge run.
Timeout, LaPorte.
Timeout? Go for it, huh?
Yeah, make it a field goal game.
Yeah. You just hate to burn a timeout
To have that
run
play.
a play.
So you get the 3 and out and the punt by Deer Park, and you get a good roll out of it. But Barnes not going to be denied on that play. Just kept his feet moving. Some of the Deer Park defenders thought that maybe he was going down, kind of stopped on the play a little prematurely. Barnes did not. And 64 yards later, LaPorte right back in it. Bulldogs on for the 2-point conversion, trying to draw within a field goal. Toss for Barnes again. Met at the goal line, but powers in, and Barnes is feeling it.
I don't want the coaches next door to hear me, but that play has been working, and I would not stop doing it if I was a LaPorte Bulldog. Little toss.
Bulldogs not going away quietly. They strike in just one play. And LaPorte fans right back in it as well. In their camouflage, as they always are. And did I see a horns down? Saw a couple of horns down taunts over there. That's a new one. Usually see that from anyone who isn't UT.
Yeah.
Oklahoma, A&M, doesn't matter. West Virginia, doesn't matter.
The thing on the sideline is it's all good right now. It's like yes, we've got adversity, but you have an opportunity to respond. Let's rock and roll.
Andre Jackson and Martinez back deep. Low line drive kick fielded by Adam White at the 30. Takes it up past the 30 to the 35. And they're going to rule that he was down. LaPorte thought they had recovered a fumble. The whole sideline thought they had. But officials quick to go in and say that Adam White was down. That would have been a huge swing of momentum.
From their own 36-yard line.
And now if you're the Deer Park offense, what can you do to respond?
I mean, he's a little surprised.
I think so.
Oh, yeah, he's down.
So ball at their own 36-yard line. Kieselhorst and company trying to respond under pressure. Slings it downfield, short-armed it. Tried to find Martinez downfield. But good pressure in the face of Kieselhorst as he let that one go.
Brings up second down and 10.
.38 left to go in the fourth. Deer Park holding on to a 3-point lead. Lay, the running back in the backfield with Kieselhorst here on 2nd and 10. Takes the snap, drops, slings it deep downfield, looking to drop it in. Pass intended for Schroeder, incomplete.
Slant and go. Man-to-man coverage out there.
Brings up third down and 10.
And Andon Schroeder, the sophomore, actually listed on our roster as a quarterback. About 5 quarterbacks listed. And Deer Park, 3rd down and 10. LaPorte trying to build on their momentum. 4 wideouts, 2 to each side. Kieselhorst looks left, comes back right, screen for Settle. Now cuts back towards the middle of the field, 40, 45, and pushes ahead for the Deer Park first down. Big play needed, and Deer Park comes up with one to move the sticks.
Oh,
What a big gain on the play and a Deer Park first down.
And Settle now slow to get up, stretching out that
cramp.
hamstring, it looks like. But good read of the blocks downfield by Settle to work back towards the middle of the field, and then it's a little push from his offensive line for those extra couple yards needed to move the chains.
Yeah, I love it, and you know, the timing of it. They haven't gone to the tunnel screen a ton, but when they have, it's been successful.
Yeah.
And like you said, Settle, with the timing of letting the play develop, letting your offensive lineman get out there and make blocks, and going where the blocks are happening. Sometimes as a receiver, the first thing you want to do as soon as you catch the ball is hit upfield, get to the sideline, just get, you know, that's a, you know, slower developing play, and man, great job by him. Hopefully we've just got a cramp and he's get some pickle juice or something and back in the game.
Of course, Talon Settle's older brother, Teague, was a quarterback here starting quarterback for a season. Trying to shake off, hopefully just a cramp. So Panuco will come on and line up to the near side. Saldana and Martinez bunched tight to the line now. Martinez in motion. All kinds of misdirection. Handed off to the speedster. Martinez turns the corner, putting on the afterburners and takes it down inside the 40, but a flag thrown all the way back at the Deer Park 45. Going to be bringing this one back.
Getting the fullback again? Is that what we're?
Look like it.
Yeah. Man.
Martinez trying to work it to him.
So
the penalty, pushing it back all the way to the Deer Park 38-yard line. First down and 20. Saldana in motion. Kieselhorst loads up, throws deep downfield, wide open man inside the 30, inside the 20. And Martinez back-to-back big plays. This one will count as he once again beats the Laporte coverage deep downfield.
You know, it's a little bit, it's just kind of a strategy game. It's a little bit of chess, how you set up these plays and you kind of layer them as you go throughout the game. But he sneaks, fast motion, sneaks him into the flat down here, and he's got the deep man. Man, I like that.
Deer Park once again in the red zone, 1st and 10 at the Bulldog 19. 43-yard pickup through the air.
Who was our motion guy there? Was that?
That was Saldana. That was
Saldana in motion, and he comes out into the flat, and then that was the deep man was
Martinez.
Martinez, man.
6 catches now for 102 for Trey Martinez. And with his speed, you want to get it into his hands as often as you can.
Yeah, and you got to think that using him a little bit in some of that motion is really going to open up some of the other stuff, because he's proving now that he can go by you. He's very fast. Asking Coach Flynn about a couple of guys he has high expectations for. He's one of them. The first thing I wrote down about him was very fast.
Very fast.
Exclamation point. So
runs an 11-1 in the 100-meter dash.
That is screaming. But what I'm saying is that speed, that allows you the decoy ability, the eye candy I'm kind of talking about, some of the motion stuff as well. But man, I really like kind of the flow of everything they're doing on offense right now. It's working.
And so far, a good way to respond after that touchdown by Laporte.
Certainly.
The pressure was on the offense for sure.
Yeah, give your defense a breather, give them some time for that grinding.
So both teams with just 2 timeouts for the final 9:13 to go. Empty backfield look, 1st and 10 for Deer Park from the Bulldog 19. Kieselhorst has all kinds of time, rolls right, still looking downfield. Going to take it himself to try and pick up what he can. Be just a few as he's going to be marked out near the 16-yard line.
Pickup of 3 on the play. Brings up 2nd down and 7.
Lay, the running back, lined up to Kieselhorst's right. He gets the call, finds a hole up the middle. Now tries to bounce it a little bit towards the outside. Gets down to the 11. Looks like just shy of the 1st down line. Actually going to be about 3rd and 2 to go from the 11.
Brings up 3rd down and 2.
They motion him back in, and he's picking up the backside end on zone right there. I know they like to do similar stuff and then slip him out, but we're in a completely different set here.
Big 3rd down here. Deer Park needing to convert. Brown checks it at running back. He'll get the call up the middle. Picks up the 1st down and more down inside the 5. Brown powers down all the way to the 2.
Power's right. Power, power, power. Just go from zone to power. Nice patience by the running back right there.
Deer Park, 1st down and goal to go.
Looks like Brown will stay on. 1st and goal. Clock winding inside of 8 minutes to go. Deer Park trying to get that touchdown back that they just gave up. Kieselhorst, straight handoff for Brown. Upended right at the line.
Play.
Brown on the carry again.
Ashton Ruffin, the linebacker, flying in and cutting Brown's legs out from underneath him right at the line of scrimmage.
He's been on quite a few of their, he's making tackles all over the place, and that was an excellent job by him, just slicing in there. Tried to run power again, and
Kieselhorst coming all the way to the sideline for the call before coming back to the huddle. Play clock at 11:10 as they break the huddle. And Kieselhorst going to go quickly under center. Kieselhorst with a push, trying to get there. No signal yet from the officials. And I don't think they're going to give it to him. I think he's going to be shy of the end zone. 3rd down and goal.
Their interior D lineman got a squat 700 pounds. They are not moving.
Now, this is big for Laporte because if you do end up conceding a touchdown here on 3rd and goal, you've wasted about the last minute and a half or 2 minutes or so with Deer Park not getting the touchdown yet, but still burning clock. Kieselhorst once again, play clock at 5. Once again, Kieselhorst is going to try and get a push. He is not going to get there again, and he went down shy of the goal line. Back-to-back quarterback keepers come up short. And now 4th down and a yard to go. And Deer Park going to bring on a couple extra big bodies here on 4th and goal from the 1. And whistles, timeout going to be taken by Deer Park with 5:41 left. Deer Park with a 3-point lead, trying to push that lead back up to 2 possessions here, just past the halfway point of the 4th.
That's the debate, right? Like, you take 3, so it's at least a touchdown.
Yeah, those 2 missed extra points looming large, because then there'd be no doubt kick the field goal.
Other than the one, now I'm not saying they haven't been running the ball well, because LaPorte has had some success running the ball,
Yep.
but the one that popped, right, it was kind of like he's in a pile, squirts out because everybody thinks he's down type of deal.
Right.
I don't know. Hindsight's 20/20. I'd be a little bit more inclined to take my 3 points here and play defense. Force them to go score a touchdown versus.
And Deer Park knocking on the door. They had a 1st and goal from the 2. They went back-to-back quarterback keepers, trying to use that length of Kieselhorst to their advantage. Unable to convert, and now it'll come down to this 4th down. Lay, the running back, hand it off to him, and Lay lowers his shoulder, finds a hole along the left side, and Deer Park finds the end zone. The senior running back with his first touchdown of the year.
Let him have a head of steam.
And the offensive line coming up clutch on 4th down. Low snap, mishandled. Hurtado going to try and take it himself, and he is thrown down hard back at the 15. Deer Park 0 for 3 on PATs tonight.
The right side of the line is where it has occurred.
But a flag thrown back near the line.
Awfully good jump, right? Like every single time. Maybe.
Boy, this would really bail out Deer Park if this is against LaPorte. Oh, a personal foul penalty. A personal foul penalty. Not sure if it was on the tackle.
For a personal foul.
Can't treat a kicker like that.
Deer Park will retry the attempt.
So half the distance following the penalty, going to give Hurtado another chance here. High snap this time, and no pictures on the box score, but it goes through. And the lead back up to 10 points.
With 5:37 left in the ball game, Deer Park 25 and LaPorte 15.
But Deer Park, they go 11 plays, 64 yards, take 5 minutes and 10 seconds off the clock before finally punching it in on a 4th down.
I know if you're watching film tomorrow as a player with the coaches, you can't wait to get to that series versus everything else, because that felt like a lot more flow to it, a lot more execution. That was it. Now, the good thing is you're constantly learning, and you're learning from everything, even your good plays, right? So.
Back deep to receive for LaPorte, number 17.
Deer Park back on top by 10, 25-15, 5:37 to go. And it only took one play last drive for LaPorte to respond. That running game for the Bulldogs finally found their biggest play of the night.
Kicking off Deer Park.
Some fan signs.
17, Xavier Hurtado.
What'd that say?
I don't know if I want to repeat it with how quick the camera got.
Show me. I didn't catch it. Get him back on it, Jared. I missed it.
Deer Park getting the ball on the tee. And even these kickoffs have been somewhat interesting for Deer Park tonight.
Squib or go deep. That's the bottom line right here.
Hurtado. Their line drive kick going to be fielded at about the 6. Callie's with another hole. Breaks through the first tackle, out past the 30, cutting back at the 40. and finally going to be wrestled out at the 45. And Bulldogs continue to have all kinds of success in the kickoff return. You talked about watching film tomorrow. The special teams not going to be having a lot of fun, I would imagine, tomorrow.
None at all.
First down and 10, LaPorte from their own 46-yard line.
A 39-yard return by Callies. First and 10 for the Bulldogs from their own 46. This one going to go to Barnes. Cuts back towards the middle of the field, stays on his feet, and Barnes once again weaving through this Deer Park defense inside the 30. Stops on a dime, puts a man on the ground, and finally goes out at the 21. Tyrese Barnes, offensive MVP in the district for LaPorte last year. Starting, or not even starting, he is certainly heating up.
Ankles is what he just did. He had a couple guys turn around right there.
Just weaving through that defense. And just like that, Bulldogs once again knocking on the door. First and 10 from the Deer Park 22. Little high step.
Coach, don't rewind it.
This time for Sandoff. Barnes leading the way, blocking, however. Sandoff almost a mirror run as he started right and cut it back towards the middle of the field. And he picks up about 8 on first down.
Makes the tackle for Deer Park.
Inside of 5 minutes to go.
Brings up second down and 3.
7-yard gain by Sandoff there. Little reverse now. Signs looking to throw. Gets a great block. He's got running room. Dumps it off finally inside the 10. All the way down to the 1, shy of the goal line. Pass complete. This one goes to Dyson Godbolt Carr on the reception. And great design. Signs had all kinds of time to make a decision.
Yep. When you're constantly doing one thing the whole time, you kind of.
Gets a great block to spring him even more. First and goal for the Bulldogs. Straight handoff. Sandoff stays on his feet. And this LaPorte offense clicking here in the second half.
Yeah, you know, I know it's tough no matter which way you're going on this, but your D-line for me, I want fresh guys with fresh breath nonstop. And this is nothing, like, trust me, I understand how tough, how hard it is to do, right? But you have some fresh guys rotating in there constantly. Really would.
Bulldogs not going away. They quickly respond. 4 plays, 54 yards, just a minute 19 taken off the clock. And once again, back down to a 1-possession game. 25-22.
Our new score
Once again.
4:07 left in the ball game. Deer Park 25 and LaPorte 22.
This Deer Park offense going to be feeling the pressure to make something happen.
All right, I told you I'm superstitious. You were sitting earlier and I was standing. So do I need to go back to standing?
Whatever.
I'm going to go back to standing.
Okay.
That's just me.
Gotcha.
I feel like a lot of people are. No, you got to stay seated.
I've got to stay seated. Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, whatever it takes to win.
Oh, yeah. You know, I had a lucky pin whenever I had to always have the pin.
LaPorte in this fourth quarter, their offense, and specifically Tyrese Barnes, almost single-handedly keeping LaPorte in it. Like it'll be Schrader from about his own 2-yard line, wrapped up and going to be brought down shy of the 20. And so whoever they put back there with Trey Martinez, and it's been a few guys, they are going to them and staying away from Trey Martinez for sure.
You know, one of the things, and maybe this is just in my head right this second because of what I saw, but what I'm noticing, even with every one of their ball carriers, it's not really arm tackles that's bringing them down versus feels like a little bit more arm tackles are getting you down on the Deer side. You know what I mean? So challenge your guys, right? We want to challenge them.
First down and 10. Lay had the touchdown run a few moments ago. Gets the call here on first down. Not a whole lot there.
All over it.
Ashton Ruffin, number 9, as he has been doing all night, in on the stop for LaPorte. Getting down to crunch time here in the fourth. Deer Park with a 3-point lead with possession of it. Second down and 9. Motion in Martinez. Fake the give to him. Kieselhorst up the middle. Big hole for the quarterback. Picks up the first down. Hold on to that ball. Takes it out past the 40 to the 42.
Really, really like this kid's energy. Holy
And look
smokes.
at this.
He got the crowd going with that, right? Gets up, giving them energy.
Great run right up the middle. And there you see
a little jet sweep
Deer
there.
Park player breaking through some arm tackles. First and 10 at the 42. 3 wide receivers, tight bunch to the left now. Martinez motions, little mishandled. Keeper by Kieselhorst again. Jumps at the line, keeps the feet moving. And takes it up to about the 49.
Tackle by number 16, Joseph Vieira. Pickup of 6 on the play. Brings up.
I'm going to ask Coach about this next week or later this weekend, but you have certain players that just, they love contact.
Yeah.
They're you know, multi-sport guys, and but they love contact. That is everything I've seen from him. Is this kid wants some contact,
He
right?
is. I don't think I've ever
Dish it
seen
as
him
much as
slide
take it.
over the last 3 seasons. I don't think I've seen him slide one time. Inside of 2 minutes to go, and flag comes in.
Left tackle.
Deer Park going to be whistled for the pre-snap penalty. So essentially negates that run by Kieselhorst.
Left side of the line.
Kieselhorst, the team's leading rusher tonight. 12 carries, 67 yards. Second down and 8. Hand it off to Lay. Hesitates at the line, bounces it left before turning upfield. And LaPorte going to take their second timeout with 1:52 to go.
Tackle by Blake Stout.
Coach Bernethi quickly in the official's ear to get that timeout in as quick as he could.
It looked like zone the other way, right? And fullback coming across the formation there, kicking out either the DN or the outside linebacker, but he almost like wrong shouldered it. So it ended up logging the block, getting him inside, right? So then the running back bounces it.
And third down, 6 to go. And if you're Deer Park, if you can convert here, you got to feel pretty good about your chances to run out what's left of this clock, or at least make it very, very hard for LaPorte. So a huge third down coming up here. Ball at the Deer Park 46-yard line. Well, from what you've seen be successful tonight, you try and just let your quarterback, who's done it all, let him kind of make a decision, or do you go with the speed of Martinez?
Looks like that might be what they're doing, unless they're motioning back into the.
Martinez in motion. Keeper by Kieselhorst, bounces it left. Flag thrown. Kieselhorst off and running inside the 30, all the way down to the 25, but this one going to be coming all the way back.
Ooh. I think there's.
Timeout on the field for injury.
I think they all threw their laundry out on that.
Yeah. And LaPorte player shaken up down near where the tackle was made at about the Bulldog 20. But a huge run by Kieselhorst going to be negated here.
Yeah, so that's kind of been part of their bread and butter is they bring a guy back into the backfield, you know, some sort of fast motion and fake the handoff to him, and he's coming downhill. Like I said, a little bit of eye candy in the backfield does a lot for you with that secondary and second-level defenders with the linebackers. Fortunately, you know, did we get the call, what exactly the penalty was?
I think after the spot all the way back at the Deer Park 36. Hold.
Yeah, so
Enforcement of the penalty against the Deer brings up
Third and 16 now. Ball pushed all the way back to the Deer Park 36. They've got to get to the Bulldog 48-yard line for the first down. Minute 44 left. Kieselhorst motions Martinez across, and they'll just go straight handoff. Another penalty thrown. Brown on the carry, wrestled down hard back at the 30.
Christopher Brown on the carry for the Deer. Flags the play.
So it looked like Deer Park was ready just to kind of concede on the third down call and punt it away, but
well, the idea is keeping the clock going.
Right.
Forcing them to take it now or take it later, right? And unfortunately.
and another Deer Park penalty. That one going to be declined, though. Sets up fourth down, and Deer Park going to have to punt it away.
Flag is against Deer Park. False start.
With a minute 37 to go.
Timeout called by LaPorte.
Bulldogs going to get a chance.
I know one of the biggest things that's going to, like, you have mental errors and then you have physical errors. So you have an error where you get a holding call, being physical, trying to block your guy, and it's hard. You don't see where the ball's going, and
right.
You end up with a holding call. That's a physical error, right? Like, that's not something you're going to necessarily kill the guy over, right? Like, or be super upset.
Yeah.
Obviously, you can work on better technique, better form, all that kind of stuff. But what will rile your coach up are the mental errors that false start. It's all
Illegal
mental.
shift, all that kind of all that kind of stuff you go over. Well, LaPorte with no timeouts for the final minute 37. Hurtado coming on to punt. And Callies, who's had a couple good kick returns, going to be back deep to receive the punt for LaPorte.
I'm assuming we're going to go good and deep into this side of the field.
Hurtado.
Oh,
High kick.
out to
Takes
space.
a Deer Park roll.
Nice.
And look at this ball go all the way inside the 15, down inside the 10, and the clock will continue to burn off a couple more seconds.
The punt from Hurtado.
Great punt by Hurtado.
At the 11-yard line.
And LaPorte.
He's a do-it-all special teamer, man.
That's right.
Number 7.
And tough. He did take a pretty brutal whipping.
Thrown down back on that last extra point.
Yeah, good job, Hurtado.
Hurtado coming up clutch with that punt. And LaPorte first down and 10 from their own 10. A minute 22 to work with and no timeouts. Can Deer Park stop this running attack? Barnes along the right side, cuts through to the second level, picks up the first down out past the 20.
Lay on him. Got to lay on him.
Clock
Don't let
will
him get
stop
up quick.
momentarily as they move the chains, but the clock running. 10 or 12-yard pickup rather by Barnes. And LaPorte in a little bit of a trying to catch Deer Park napping, going to go deep downfield. Pass is going to be batted away, incomplete. A little bit of a trick play there by LaPorte trying to catch Deer Park napping, but good job by Ethan Chavez.
Every offensive lineman standing up except for the center, I guess. That had me tripped out for a second.
And it just looked like LaPorte was taking their time, letting clock run away, and they were just trying to catch that defense napping. Great job by Chavez, did not bite on that. Second down and 10 56 seconds left. Barnes and Sandoff in the backfield to Barnes.
That's trickery.
Signs. Little reverse pass goes downfield. Incomplete. Overthrown.
Not even close.
Not even catchable.
Not
you
even
cannot
close.
throw that flag. No. 3 different flags on the field.
There is no way.
That is
I feel for you, Coach. Get out there. Let them
Andre
know.
Jackson in coverage.
Nope.
Is called for pass interference.
Nobody waving the hanky.
my
That's
goodness.
wild.
First down.
Oh my goodness. To have 3 different officials say that that was pass interference is unreal.
It absolutely would have been if the ball would have been 5 yards closer. Like, it seemed way over the head.
Ball now at the Bulldog 37 with 48 seconds to go. Backdrop, thrown, pass is going to be intercepted. Andre Jackson, and he wants 6. Cutting back at the 30. Andre Jackson staying on his feet inside the 20 and taken down inside the 15. That'll make up for that penalty.
Great ball skills. Got his head turned around, found the ball, went up and got it. Now, I thought I was muttering inside my head. I might have been muttering out loud, go down, but hey.
I don't think there was any chance that he was going down after. He knows that he got wronged on the last play.
Yeah.
First
Showing
team.
off some nice ball skills and running the ball back. I mean, had the ball high and tight. I didn't see any loose.
His second pick tonight. He had 2 all of last season. And he matches that here in game 1 of 2024. Kieselhorst takes the knee. And Deer Park going to win their 4th consecutive border battle in tight fashion. 25-22 the final.
Wasn't the prettiest, but a win is a win. You got a lot of stuff to go back and work on, right? Make some fixes, but man, winning is the bottom line. You want to see nice, clean.
First time that either Deer Park or LaPorte has won 4 straight in this series since 2005 through 2008 when Deer Park won 4 in a row. And Deer Park starts off the year 1-0 in a hard-fought border battle here, going down to the final minute. And Andre Jackson coming up with the clutch pick at the end and nearly sealed it with a touchdown. But Deer Park win it 25-22.
He sealed it with the pick, okay?
He
sealed
did.
it with the pick.
He wanted that touchdown. I know it. Deer Park finishes 65 plays on the night, 433 yards. Bulldogs 39 plays on the night for 208. Tyrese Barnes leading the way for the Bulldogs, 128 yards on the ground and 2 touchdowns. But Kieselhorst, 267 through the air and a couple touchdowns, 13 carries and 62 yards on the ground. Helped lead the way. And the fans on their feet here at Abshire Stadium. Got the rally towels. That's new. I like it.
Yeah.
Little terrible towel look.
Yeah. I tell you what, Kieselhorst had every one of them things flying with that.
He did after that
first run, the first down run he had earlier. Man, he had the crowd pumped.
He hopped up and immediately had the crowd on their feet.
Oh yeah. That's what you want in a leader, man. When to get the emotions flowing in the crowd, get your teammates' emotions flowing. I love it. Oh.
Somebody took a tumble. About the 20.
Come on, man. You're not a national championship cheerleader.
Yeah. Especially Settle, you've already had a tweaked hamstring. Yeah, on the cramp, don't go.
Oh, he is cramped up trying to go for the celebration. He had a game, though, didn't he?
He did. 4 catches, 86 yards, and a touchdown for Settle. Trey Martinez led the way reception-wise, 6 catches, a buck, 2. Saldana with a nice night, 3 catches for 53 yards. Wyatt Lay, 2 catches, had the long screenplay that went for 61. And a full team effort. You look down, rushing, receiving, it's not just 2 or 3 guys. It is 4 or 5 guys deep in both of those categories.
I love that, though. When you're looking for, the next crop of guys, you're spreading the ball around. You're finding out who's going to go make a play. I love that.
Oh, Deer Park, 71st Border Battle goes the way of the Deer, 25-22. And Deer Park starts out 2024 1-0. They will be on the road next week up at Wood Forest Bank Stadium. And a tough matchup against the Woodlands. You can listen live at deernetwork.com. And we'll be back home here in a couple weeks as well, so you can watch live on YouTube. Until then, Mason Pratt here for Shane Creel and everybody here at the Deer Network. Thanks for watching on your Friday night, and we will see you next week up in the Woodlands when Deer Park takes on the Woodlands. We'll see you then.